Be that as it may, no, Senocredena de Dise, and then crazy free IMF for signing new deal for 3 years. First, it is evidence IMF one report near the in fact last one here by Safo here buying a bono who say economy no ejina bibia yi na yes say ambassador we krampo akasa yi IMF one no mo nyadwen. In fact economy ejina ni bibia yi onko for PCI. Because at that point, there's confidence on one kasa between and the so. We comment to say, yen sebi ye didi mane broso, enti here PCI, no, meno ya jenya enye ye.
Adey.
Between 2018 ho, eba be 2020 no, we were not under PCI, yen didi mane broso. E honi de Fiscal Responsibility Act ba say, it means a deficit grow 5%. Honey, the fiscal council by Yankasi Ebeshe, Hostonia Risikaso. No problem anymore. The problem came in 2021. No, sorry, 2020. That was when the problem came. 2020, no. Because of a buying revenues shut it down. No, also a buying a coso expenditure, no. Your debt, a core. Out of sustainable limits, and they impose difficulties on foreign exchange, and we have to be honest and clear about it. Now, Mamincho the India is the fact. Okay, say Tamwa by 2022, yes, started years about 2020 no. Now, say Bank of Ghana going to have 48 billion of Sakana. Bank of Ghana, make lost 60 billion, according to negative equity. And Sebsabre no bekaya, omu prove and say central banks are who we are bebre have had to be in the same situation, Adintia, because they were fighting the same problem from 2020. And so because ye didi mane bro so me to me catch yourself from 2017, 2018 airbano, and sisa, it was a crisis that hit us in 2020, and no me kofa ye expenditure overrun no. But and a debt challenge, But honorable, that point now my established BB Okakra. Okay. Say share from what you are talking about. Say from 2017 coming new year experience till 2020 crisis nearby. I think you are talking about COVID-19 and Russia Ukraine norma, right? Yes, I am. Yes, but. On the policy document, what do you say? Working kind, you can kind pa. On the 2025 policy notes from World Bank, I established say, Jeff Fato Somame, me read it on page 2. Na Osha paragraph on the right side, almost split into on the right side. The last paragraph, no, or say the deterioration of global conditions due to COVID-19 pandemic and the Russian Federation's invasion of Ukraine was not the cause of the 2022 macroeconomic crisis. Rather, it merely exposed an economy already beset with deep structural vulnerabilities and precarious macroeconomic conditions. Before even COVID-19 in Russia, Ukraine, na ye economy nankasa ebubu. And that is what Russia, Ukraine, COVID-19 be expose So I think that ignoring that fact, which has been identified by World Bank, and a good service to this discussion, Anna. But that's it. First of all, one can't say Ghana economy no bubu. Consider we structural thing.
But means it merely exposed an economy already beset. With deep structural vulnerabilities and precarious macroeconomic conditions. It never be a genanonye.
But you see, I hope say over time.
Right.
Or see deep structural vulnerabilities. The Ghana economy, no structure na year running into crude them.
Yeah, into
and economic devil.
And macroeconomic. Precarious microeconomic conditions.
Good. Into a net. who bet me catch him say your structural vulnerabilities no Ghana economy no ekwana enkoye those are conditions so bekaya 2016 Akufo-Addo year campaign or catch will say the problem or part of the problem with the Ghanaian economy is the structural vulnerabilities. The friend of Gaggisberg economy now, the two raw materials near exporting, near hoping to earn some forex. BBI be near Fiasan Krefi Abuja. Me catch one by him said those structural vulnerabilities of the Ghanaian economy no enquire.
That's all.
In fact, that is the more reason why the IMF is insisting that Yenko under PCI. So where you see if now you were the friend of structural benchmark. I was a gradually in Kaboy and Ma Yetumi shifted the structure of the Ghanaian economy. The economy will shift in the structure. I hope I say moving for 3 years and shift it.
Right.
It will take at least $1 million to long term. And some away to me are shifted. And it's about structural vulnerabilities and now macro imbalances are. Make a choice encoy. Say Uniama Bay Niema Miensa and not a 4 penna corrected. Bako exchange rate stability. Bako inflation. Bako debt sustainability.
Yeah.
The last one Abaneka was the almost fiscal discipline. Maybe you should make a positive primary balance of about 1.5%. Let's say about exchange rate, who me IMF abine obianim equine abine we offer so and manage the exchange rate, and obianim say there are questions about the sustainability going forward.
Right.
Kai say in 2025 March, January, February, March, and ye catch will say exchange rate, structural vulnerabilities are a way exchange rate regime, and society abiding correctly here. They are all say gold purchase program here they buy you gold now. Now that's what $1 now and $9 no any dollar no pump here go market also. The kind of buying say a boy. Ibewe actually no. Abine was forced to admit to say now I hear intervention $10 billion. Yes, I catch and said the oil and the cabbe fee mammy no the best here. You say Bank of Ghana Becca say at the cow of 9.6 billion cedis. But to say a binding bank in Nigeria to say and yes sustainable into a more year free Bank of Ghana. I've been on record as saying said your move the can shebe before from. So first of the 4 items, the question is out there. How long can we keep doing this? Number 2, inflation. Mekachre from the middle of 2025 say acquire a fast fight inflation on a regular sustainable basis. Now buying a guy and they are all here sterilization. What kind of sterilization? I'm a catcher so must sterilize this time, no must sterilize it by 60 billion Ghana cedis. Again, you can't say a boy. At the end of the year, no Bank of Ghana bedia to me say, omu press sikafi krum to the tune of 93 billion. Sika ni krum nintino, uton adea yento. Intin kane boa betumi akosro no, en kosro biom. Eno no measure no ma be catch or say inflation above no. Ne kankwa ye bo was sterilization no ye 16.7 billion Ghana cedis. To say Bank of Ghana be catch or say eno no kasa jitu say enye sustainable. Inti ye ko n'anim no onye sa de lebi. Inti wo first two no mama response.
Sure.
Number 3 ye debt. Debt. Na ye debt ye 65% of GDP. Ye kanyina ye keka bomu a. Wo de toto afie ni na ye dwuma ya ye wo no a. Wo sese ya ye wo halti temu eduasia no 65%. MPP aban Emma yenum edra debt exchange program domestic and external you now my cano swat about 45% and now me know cause only baby I can come on
yeah me too
and now me know cause I can 53% for a in fact your parliament you better more data be on senior air rising in 1 year the John Mahama administration, on their watch, yet national debt in dollar terms are caught up by the highest amount since the year 2000. You go back to Parliament, I will prove it to you on the floor. But we penoma besisen we see this more be catch or say we dey see this more abapom. Na Brunina ade ne ka dollar no, utia ne ka this. Nti with debt na we say aye sustainable in the economy na ye no me bon kokko say for we need to speedometer no so. And then the last one, we say fiscal discipline. Measure what they measure they say 1.5% primary balance. You can primary balance I say ujiji utu nyina na utuetua uka nyina minus debt servicing no. Now that positive. And on a positive primary balance. The pacho minu Nkrumah na finance minister na betu na num to catch there say 2025 no. Ojiji eto no na enso aban adwuma efo aketia. Inti oyeden.
Also ope business also.
Be 17 billion number.
Yeah.
So be catch there say when you positive primary balance ujinidi.
Right. But
inti try me but let me just conclude.
Okay.
Inti ni na wo kasa economy no ayeyi ejina ne na so no. IMF wo ni ndokre no. Aban na nkasa nim nokre no yenyina nim nokre no nti na IMF for say e was so say gina so another 3 years with the policy coordination instrument say ade a nokre no nyame anim ni economy na yeyi I no na me kan story bi wo my journal online mo amuniano in fact maybe a story ni say am no kasa or say Ghanaians now expect stable utility tariffs, stable exchange rate, less taxes and lower cost of living. So the economy na year ko enim no enisa ban no or total light any zoom because they say BBH na so enisa exchange rate no at 50 no hobium enisa afi wo de to foforo ba say wo ho akere wo nti wo hia to foforo and enisa cost of living na e kosoro eto aso kosoro